Welcome back to the Shipyard. Today, we're taking a look at the Dreadnought card pack. No, not the Dreadnought ship that you buy, but the card pack that's coming out in a week, basically. So we got all kinds of goodies here. First up, we've got the Dreadnought, the Cardassian ATR-4107. You cannot equip a captain or admiral to this ship. While this ship has no damage cards, treat its captain skill as 12. Pretty good named ability, actually. Look, it's got problems. That's fine. But what you get is a 6045 with 2 tech, 2 weapons for 29 points. It's 1 point savings off of what used to be the formula. It's a 180 arc ship. There's something there. I'm not saying go run out, buy 4 or 5 of these to run a fleet of them, but this at least has an intriguing option. It doesn't mean that once you take damage, you're forever skill 1. What it means is that if you have a way of repairing, you can get back to skill 12. And skill 12 is playable. All right, skill 10 was this thing that we knocked as, oh, well, it's really easy to get to 10. You know, you take skill 9, put an admiral on it, put Pegasus Riker, put Worf, and you're to 11 to 12 even. Now you've got 12 built in. And you've got to chew through 5 shields before you put on your 6th damage to get rid of that named ability. Even then, the round that happens, the ship is still firing at skill 12. So what I'm getting at is I like this named ability. The generic is interesting. It loses a shield, of course. It loses both tech slots, but it gains a weapon. I don't know that that'll come into play. I don't have much need for a triple weapon on a 6 base attack ship, but as a 6044 for 24 points, show me a generic that's a lot more competitive than that. There are some. There are definitely some. But this is good. This has the makings of a playable ship. The downside, of course, you cannot equip a captain or admiral to this ship, so you're kind of stuck. It's what it is. Alright, weapons in this pack. First up, Plasma Wave. 3 points, 1 per ship limit, 4 dice, range 1 to 2. Attack, discard this card, forward or rear arc. The defending ship cannot spend battle stations or evade tokens. I like that. Put that on, say, a Galler class. Put that on a Dominion attack ship, you know, the little bugs. There's something there. More so, when defending, discard this card. The attacking ship suffers 1 crit. Hello. Fantastic named ability. You're being attacked, chuck the card, you take a crit. Not you yourself, but your opponent takes a crit. You could kill somebody with this. You could wound them. This is an amazing ability. This is asking to be a super include with Sakona, especially if you're running a Dominion ship. Now it's a 1 point card. 1 point card to do a crit back to your opponent? Yes, please. Thank you. Thoron Shock Emitter. Oh, I'm agonized over this card when it first came out because it was terrible, as you see here. But 6 dice, range 1 to 3, 2 points, can only go on the Dreadnought. Attack, discard this card. This ship may reroll any number of attack dice. And they didn't make it good enough. You're already rolling 6 attack dice. I'm not going to spend 2 points to get a free target lock. It has one use. Mission where you know your opponent is cloaking. That's the only time. That's it. It's the only way that this card has any value whatsoever. Plasma Wave. 3 points. Also can only go on the Dreadnought. 4 dice, range 1. attack. Place 2 time tokens on this card and target all opposing ships. That'll do. I still think I'd rather have my 6 dice, 7 at range 1. But to be able to pull this off every other turn and do 4 dice to presumably every ship within a 360 arc, yeah, I can see some use here. It's definitely a swarm counter. So it's kind of a rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock setup here. But it gets through fighters, it gets through some attack cancellation, because ships have to judge, is it worth burning an attack cancellation or not? Any way you can chip some damage, you're doing alright. Quantum Torpedoes. 3 points, forward or rear arc, 5 dice, range 2 to 3. Attack, spin the ship's target lock token, and place 2 time tokens on this card. If this attack hits, add 1 hit, or add 2 if this weapon is equipped to a Cardassian ATR-4107. So, I really don't think that it's worth it on the Dreadnought, or even the generic, because you're sacrificing a die. Yeah, you kind of get it back, and then some, but you're also losing quality. 6 dice with a target lock is presumably better than 5 dice without a target lock, even though you're also setting 2 hits. I haven't run the numbers, but my gut tells me that when you factor in needing to spend 3 points, I would rather not bring this card. Unless, of course, there's some huge rule shakeup and secondary weapons are this awesome thing to bring in the game. Then I'll eat my words. Now, on some other ship with a much lower base attack, again, like the Dominion attack ships, anything with a base of 3, now I think we might be getting somewhere. As a card to hide under triphasic emitter, I think it's playable. I think there might be better cards, maybe like disruptor beams, but this is potential. Just want to toss it out as a maybe. Alright, so that's the weapons in the pack. Good amount of weapons. Tech. Shield adaptation. This is a really good example of the new templating. Unique 5-point card can only go on a ship with a hull value of 4+. I like that. Cool symbol. Discard this card if this ship has no active shields. Protected stasis field eats this card alive. That's going to be tough. When defending, the attacking ship rolls -2 attack dice when firing a primary weapon, and -1 attack die when firing a weapon upgrade. Yeah, that hurts. That's a 5-point card that I actually go, I'm okay paying 5 points for that. And I'm really glad that's unique, because facing a fleet of that, oh boy. Yeah. This card will see play. This card will absolutely see play. I don't know if it'll be involved in Worlds, but I have some suspicions that it might be. You're going to have to plot for this. This is going to be OP flavor of the month for a while. By OP, I mean organized play, not overpowered. But yeah, shield adaptation, good card, pay attention to it. Next tech, final stage targeting. 3-point, non-unique. This ship can only target ships that it has a target lock token on. When attacking, defending ships must skip the modified defense dice step. So what they roll is what they roll. It's an interesting effect. I worry about the downside of you only being able to target ships that you have a target lock on. Because say you're trying to pin down an enemy and you take a target lock on them, and then you fire second, but another one of your friendly ships fires first, destroys it. Now you've completely lost out on your attack for the round. That's really unfortunate. I don't think that the benefit outweighs the cost you're paying. And I don't mean the 3 points. I mean the cost of only being able to target them. This card could be free, and you'd still have to weigh if you wanted to run it or not. Because if you come up against a cloaking fleet, you're in trouble. You can't target. Now you have a ship that can't do anything, especially if you run into a permacloaked scimitar. You're done. If you choose to run final stage targeting, and I don't think that you should, but I can't stop you, you better have means of decloaking your opponent. I'm talking like Shanty, Troy, Data, all those abilities that flip tokens, remove tokens, diplomacy. That's going to be a good one with this. Not necessarily on your ship, but in your fleet. What I'm trying to get at is you better have a plan to mitigate your weakness. And your weakness is permacloak, and your weakness is losing out on attacks. Last tech, BElannas Codes. This is a 3-point independent, unique card. If one or more time tokens would be placed on a weapon upgrade equipped to this ship, place those time tokens on this card instead. Okay, cool. Like that, get to reuse your weapons. Beneficial. When a weapon upgrade equipped to this ship would be discarded, discard this card instead. Nice! A way to reuse weapons. I don't know if they fully thought out this card. In fact, I'm almost certain that they didn't think this card out, because now you've got a second use of transphasic torpedoes, you've got a second use of the Tendai Romulan weapon. You're going to have some cards that are sticking around that probably shouldn't be sticking around because of a 3-4 point card with a faction penalty. I don't know how I feel about that. I like the opportunities that it presents, but it makes me nervous. But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm willing to see what it does. I think it'll be fun, if nothing else. So with BElannas Codes, that does mean that we have a Belannatoris in here. An independent version, in fact. And she's unique. 1 point. Yes, 1 point. We like 1 point. When attacking, this ship may re-roll 1 blank. If the defending ship is a Dominion ship, this ship may also convert 1 blank into 1 hit. Better than Bohica? Oh yes. 100%. Best 1 point card in the game? Oh, I'm not sure. But really close. Definitely in my top 5 of 1 point cards. The crazy thing is, I don't even think she's the best 1 point card in this pack. Yes, that's right. I think that 2 1 point cards come in this pack that are some of the best cards in the game. Because Captured is going to revolutionize the game. This card will flip the game on its head, and Star Trek Attack Wing will never be the same because of Captured. Sounds like hyperbole? I don't mean it as such. I mean what I'm saying in that this game is totally different because of this card. Captured, 1 point, unique, question mark card. This upgrade does not require an upgrade slot. Great. This ship gains the independent faction. Awesome. When defending, if the attacking ship shares a faction with this ship other than independent, the attacking ship rolls +1 attack die. I don't care about that. That rarely happens. It does every once in a while, but you be careful with it. Here's what it does. Calvin Hudson loves this card. Because Calvin Hudson says, great, now I go on a ship and I discount every upgrade. Calvin Hudson makes Captured free. Absolutely free. You can Fleet Commander Calvin Hudson, and you're going to make points by doing that. I haven't even begun to build with Captured, and the things that I want to do with this card they just blow my mind. The things that I can do are so numerous. I'm in love with this card. It may not be the number one power card, but it is the number one intriguing card for me. Every once in a while I get criticized for not being emotive and expressive and being too cerebral. Forget it. This card has me giddy. This card is like, woohoo! Like, legitimately, I am excited, guys. So, if you want to be competitive or you want to have fun, you have to pick up this pack because you need Captured. Alright, that's kind of my overall. But, yeah, this pack is cool. This pack is fun. I do think BElanna and Captured are the stars here. I think Shield Adaptation is going to be a big game changer. I think that the Borg are going to love Shield Adaptation. That may not be what it was intended for, but that's where it's going. BElannas Codes is going to be a fun card. And there's a lot of good in this pack. This pack is one I was not necessarily expecting to like, because Dreadnought was really bad when it came out. But it did two things. One, they said, hey guys, we screwed up. We made mistakes when we published it, and here's our attempt to make it better. So I think they've done that. And then they threw in this independent stuff, which is great, and it's thematic to the episode because of everything that BElanna did. The Dreadnought captured BElanna, your BElanna tried to use her codes, and BElanna was there. So all of that's thematic, it ties in, it's using what the Dreadnought had. It all works. It makes sense. And if this is the kind of thematicism and good competitive quality cards that we can expect in these card packs going forward, we're in good hands. So maybe I'm being overly optimistic. I hope I'm not. But I like what's here. So get this on order. Pick it up when it comes out. Whatever you need to do to make sure that you have this, because you're going to want it. That's my best advice. Thank you guys for watching. And until next time, we'll see you around the shipyard. Take care.